So here's the Biden plan. Get the pandemic under control, build back the economy and racial injustice, and bring America back to the climate fight. And he'll begin with a blaze of executive actions over the next 10 days that won't require congressional approval.
The target for day one, more than a dozen actions to address those four biggest crises, with COVID-19 the immediate priority.
Mainly that's going to get a task force up and going so we can streamline vaccinations. His goal is 1 million vaccinations a day for the first 100 days, to put in place a plan for distributing these vaccines, and also to support those who are suffering from the pandemic economically.
Biden's economic rescue plan includes a $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief package, plus a slew of ambitious directives for a broader long-term economic recovery.
Yeah, so we're expecting major announcements on minimum wage rules because there is some federal power there. And we're expecting at least the beginning of a series of conversations about green new jobs and a massive infrastructure play. We expect there to be some targeted aid of a fairly sizable variety to sort of keep our cities and states from doing what they're about to start doing, just so you know, which is firing a lot of people because they don't have the resources, which you don't want, obviously, in a downturn.
The new president's proposals have been described as aggressive, but also criticized for not going far enough for progressives. But what Biden has going for him is experience.
Joe Biden is no stranger to massive economic rescue plans. He was, after all, vice president when the Obama administration took on the financial crisis. And he was there when the U.S. led the way to the Paris Climate Agreement, which Donald Trump turned his back on and to which Biden will now rejoin.
In fact, many of the new president's early actions will involve the undoing, reversing, and freezing of Trump-era policies, as well as trying to unify an America divided not just by politics, but also by racial inequity and injustice.
Joe Biden has a history of working with Black and brown lawmakers to try to affect change in the Black community. So we have no reason to think that he's not going to move in that direction again. And then when you look at the people that he is nominating for his cabinet, this has got to be the most diverse cabinet in the history of our country.
And the most massive undertaking a new presidency has ever faced.
This is not really a 10-day plan, it's a 1,000-day plan, so this may take him well into a second term of office.
While talk of a second term may be premature, this administration has one other thing in its favor to push through Biden's agenda: a Democrat-controlled Congress. Leelington, CGTN, New York.